Just when the world thought Kourtney Kardashian and Travis Barker were settling into their picture-perfect family life with baby Rocky, the whispers started again. And this time, it's not about drama, feuds, or fame, it's about family. According to explosive new reports, Kourtney and Travis might be trying for another baby. But not in the way anyone expected. Yes, you heard that right, the internet is buzzing with surrogacy rumors. After everything Kourtney has been through, the emotional IVF journey that she documented on the Kardashians, the complications during her last pregnancy, and that near-death scare that left fans in absolute tears, the idea of welcoming another child through a surrogate doesn't seem far-fetched at all. In fact, it makes perfect sense. But what's really fueling these whispers? What are people seeing that we're not? Well, in Kardashian world, as we all know by now, silence always speaks louder than words. It all began when eagle-eyed fans noticed something odd during a recent Poosh event appearance. Kourtney looked peaceful, radiant, and glowing but noticeably quiet about her body and motherhood. She deflected questions about future kids with a knowing smile and seemed more zen than usual. Now, for anyone else, that might mean nothing. But for Kourtney, the woman who documented her entire pregnancy journey, that silence is deafening. Around the same time, multiple celebrity insiders started hinting that she and Travis were exploring alternative options to grow their family. The phrase alternative options sent fans into detective mode immediately. Soon, social media absolutely exploded. One insider told a major outlet, "Kourtney wants to give Travis another baby, but after everything she's been through, she's being cautious. She's not ready to put her body through that again." And cautious, in the Kardashian world, usually means carefully controlled, meticulously planned, and perfectly timed for maximum impact. Here's where it gets interesting. If Kourtney isn't pregnant herself, could someone else be carrying their child right now? Could there be a surrogate somewhere living a very private, very protected life while carrying baby Barker number 2? The clues started stacking up faster than anyone could keep track of, from her increasingly reflective, spiritual Instagram posts about gratitude and new chapters, to Travis's cryptic caption that simply read, "New beginnings." New beginnings of what, Travis? We need answers. Even more suspicious? Total radio silence from the Kardashian inner circle. No denials, no confirmations, no carefully crafted statements from their PR team. Just stillness, and for this family, that's never ever accidental. Every move they make is calculated. Every post is strategic. Every silence has meaning. So the question on everyone's mind is this: are Kourtney and Travis secretly preparing for another miracle baby? Or is this just another viral fantasy cooked up by bored fans with too much time on their hands? Before we dig deeper, let's talk about how we got here. Because to understand where they're going, we need to remember where they've been. Before the hashtags and headlines, before the speculation and the scrutiny, remember there was a love story. A real one. Two neighbors in Calabasas, two single parents who crossed paths during family dinners, playdates at each other's houses, and casual hangouts that felt effortless. At first, they were just friends, good friends, the kind who understood each other's messy lives and complicated pasts. But eventually, slowly, and then all at once, friendship turned into something deeper. Their chemistry surprised absolutely everyone. Kourtney, the calm, private, wellness-obsessed Kardashian who kept her life relatively low-key, and Travis, the tattooed rock legend with a wild past, multiple marriages, and a near-death plane crash that changed his life forever. On paper, they seemed like opposites. But in reality, they made perfect sense. He didn't chase fame like her exes. He didn't use her for clout or screen time. He saw her, truly saw her, not as a Kardashian, not as a reality TV star, but as a woman, a mother, a person with dreams and fears. And for the first time in a long time, Kourtney wasn't performing for cameras. She wasn't editing herself for public consumption. She was just living, just loving, just being. Their public displays of affection became legendary. Some called it beautiful. Others called it too much. But no one could deny it was real. So when they started talking about having a baby together, it wasn't for ratings, it wasn't for a storyline, and it wasn't for brand deals. It was from love. Pure, genuine love. But here's the thing, that journey wasn't easy. Not even close. Their IVF process was long, grueling, emotional, and heartbreakingly public. Kourtney made the brave decision to open up about the struggle on the Kardashians, the medications that wreaked havoc on her hormones, the mood swings that made her feel like a stranger in her own body, the physical toll that left her exhausted and defeated. "The medication put me into menopause," she revealed in a raw, emotional confessional that had fans crying. "I felt like I was losing myself, like my body wasn't mine anymore." She talked about the weight gain, the mental fog, the feeling that she was sacrificing pieces of herself for something that might never happen. Travis watched helplessly as the woman he loved struggled through treatment after treatment with no guarantee of success. The pressure was immense, not just from the process itself, but from the world watching, waiting, speculating about every doctor's appointment and every hopeful Instagram post. Eventually, after multiple failed cycles and mounting emotional exhaustion, they made the difficult decision to pause treatments. They needed to focus on peace, on health, on remembering why they fell in love in the first place. And then a miracle happened. Against all odds, after stopping the aggressive treatments and just living their lives, Kourtney got pregnant naturally. The kind of miracle that doctors can't explain and that makes you believe in something bigger than medicine. Her emotional reveal at a Blink-182 concert, holding up a sign that read, "Travis, I'm pregnant," while he played drums, went instantly viral. The pure joy on his face, the shock, the tears. It was a moment that felt genuinely magical, but the magic was tested almost immediately. Soon after the announcement came a terrifying complication that no one saw coming. Kourtney needed emergency fetal surgery, the kind that makes you realize how fragile life really is. Travis, who famously struggles with flying after surviving a deadly plane crash, didn't hesitate. He dropped everything, canceled tour dates, and rushed to be by her side. Nothing else mattered. Not the band, not the fans, not the money. Just her and their baby. That experience fundamentally changed them both. It put everything into perspective: the fame, the noise, the constant scrutiny. When their son Rocky was finally born healthy and safe, it felt like destiny. Like they had fought through the darkness to reach the light. Now, just months later, fans think that destiny might be calling again, but this time through a different path, through surrogacy. Here's what most people don't talk about enough. Kourtney's health remains an absolute top priority. And at 46 years old, with a high-risk pregnancy already behind her, doctors have reportedly advised serious caution about trying again. One insider told US Weekly, "She loves being a mom more than anything in this world, but she's not willing to risk her life again." Rocky's birth was traumatic in ways the public doesn't even fully know. Think about that for a second. The emergency surgery, the fear, the reality that both she and the baby could have been lost. That kind of trauma doesn't just disappear because you want another child. Travis, ever the protector and supportive partner, fully supports whatever choice she makes. If that means using a surrogate to have another baby, he's 100% in, another source revealed. His only concern is Kourtney's well-being. He'd rather have her healthy than risk everything for another pregnancy. And honestly, that's the kind of partner everyone deserves. Someone who puts your life and health above everything else, including their own desires. This is also where Khloe's experience becomes relevant. Remember, Khloe used a surrogate for her son Tatum after her own complicated pregnancy with True. She's been incredibly open about how positive that experience was, how grateful she felt, and how it allowed her to expand her family without risking her health. Sources say Khloe has been coaching Kourtney through the decision, sharing her own journey, and reassuring her that the bond with a baby born via surrogate is just as powerful, just as real, just as meaningful. Then came the moment that sent the internet into absolute chaos. During a Poosh livestream that was supposed to be about wellness and lifestyle tips, a fan asked the question everyone was thinking. "Kourtney, are more kids coming?" The room went quiet. Kourtney smiled, that knowing, mysterious smile that drives fans crazy, looked off camera toward where Travis was allegedly standing and said, "I think life has its own surprises." That's it. 7 words. But those 7 words launched 1,000 theories. The internet went absolutely wild. The clip racked up millions of views within hours. Thousands of comments, hundreds of think pieces, dozens of TikTok breakdowns analyzing her tone, her expression, her body language. "She's definitely using a surrogate," one top comment read. That answer was way too cryptic. "Life has its own surprises. Baby on the way," another declared confidently. Even Kris Jenner's suspicious silence fueled speculation, because when the momager isn't talking, you know she's definitely planning something big. Kris built an empire on perfectly timed announcements and strategic reveals. Her silence? That's part of the strategy. The timing is also interesting. New season of The Kardashians coming up? Check. Kourtney's Poosh brand expanding? Check. Travis's music projects ramping up? Check. A baby announcement would be perfect content gold. But here's the thing, it might also just be genuine. Not everything is a marketing ploy, even for the Kardashians. Inside the family, reactions are reportedly mixed, which honestly isn't surprising. The Kardashians never agree on anything without some drama. Kris Jenner allegedly sees another baby as great for the brand. More content, more storylines, more magazine covers, more Instagram engagement. She's not wrong from a business perspective, a Kardashian baby is always major news. Kim, however, reportedly thinks Kourtney has finally found peace after years of chaos and shouldn't mess that up. She's seen her sister struggle through IVF, pregnancy complications, and the emotional toll of it all. Kim's protective instinct is kicking in. Khloe, as mentioned, is all in reminding Kourtney from personal experience that a surrogate's bond is just as strong, just as beautiful, just as valid. As for the kids, that's where it gets emotional. Travis's children Alabama and Landon are happy but understandably cautious. Another sibling means less attention, more changes, more adjustments. Kourtney's daughter Penelope is reportedly thrilled at the idea of another baby. She loves being a big sister and has been asking for more siblings. But her eldest son Mason, he's protective and skeptical. At his age, he understands how fame complicates everything, how a baby announcement becomes a media circus, how privacy disappears, how nothing stays sacred. Even in joy, the Kardashians can't escape the family tension that always simmers beneath the surface. Because in that family, love always comes with opinions, advice comes with agendas, and support comes with conditions. So here's the bottom line. If the surrogacy rumors are true, this isn't about fame or image or keeping up with anyone. It's about love, faith, and the courage to try again after heartbreak. It's about a couple who wants to grow their family safely, on their own terms. And if it's not true, then it's still a powerful reminder that behind the glossy headlines, the paparazzi photos, and the Instagram posts is a real woman who just wants peace, family, and control over her own story. As Kourtney once said in a rare, vulnerable moment, "Not everything I do is for the show. Some things are just for me." Maybe this baby or not, surrogate or not, is one of those things. Something sacred, something private, something that belongs only to her and Travis. So, Gossip Mail Report family, what do you think? Are Kourtney Kardashian and Travis Barker secretly preparing to welcome another baby? Is there a surrogate carrying baby Barker right now? Or is this all just internet speculation gone wild? Drop your theories in the comments below, hit that subscribe button, and turn on notifications so you never miss our next report.